So Deion Sanders, he was on it was like a Zoom that he was doing, or it was an interview though with Asante Samuels. And during the interview, they talked about a ton of things, of course, because, Coach Prime is getting back to work and things. But Asante did bring up Karrueche and the fact that Karrueche was in that video, the vlog of Deion Sanders preparing to go into his surgery. Let's take a listen.
Well, I'm going to let you go, Coach. Don't kill the messenger. Everyone seen Karrueche by your side during your hospital visit. Everyone wants to know what that friendship is about.
We got a bad connection. I got a bad. I can't.
You gotta go.
I can't back.
Old school way of getting off the phone.
He slid right on about it.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I didn't know that Deion Sanders' ex was Tracy Edmonds.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I had no idea of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they had been together for over a decade. They were engaged. They called it off. It was like a whole thing. They announced their engagement in 2019 and then called it off a few years later. Tracy Edmonds had to come out and talk about like why she chose to end the relationship and all the things, because there were a lot of misrepresentation of the narrative of what was happening between them. So it was a big deal. But this weekend, talking about getting on up out of there.
Drop includes bonds with Tracy Edmonds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, so crazy.
Yeah.
But I did not know. I didn't know that. But I did see Carlos King and Claudia Jordan talking about it over the weekend on something that circulated. The video was talking about. He was talking about that.
Yes, we have that audio, and Claudia has actually had to come out and re-clarify this conversation because people were dragging her for having it. Let's take a listen to Claudia Jordan.
I'm good friends with Tracy Edmonds. And I do remember Tracy hearing rumors about Karrueche possibly dating Deion. So she saw her at an event. I think it was Niecy Nash's event. And she, calmly, just in conversation with her, she asked her if she was dating Deion. And she said no. She laughed it off and said no. So, it was kind of like to hear it and to see this now. And I do recall that Tracy and Karrueche were cool. Like Tracy has put Karrueche in some projects. They're friends, I thought.
Yeah, the people were upset about Claudia choosing to have this conversation. First of all, they just felt like, you should respect the privacy of Deion Sanders, Karrueche, and Tracy Edmonds. And then also people felt like, Tracy Edmonds and everything that she's done and all the work she's done, of all the conversations I have about your friend, why this one, why right now? Like, you're reaching for a headline type of thing. So Claudia had to come out and kind of say, I didn't violate any privacy. I was just having a conversation. Yeah.
Well, I guess if she be in the comments like anybody else, she probably saw, that they were dating and just remembered whatever her friend told her and felt like it was her duty to put it out there.
But yeah, I think the issue was, though, is like, is that your duty or is it not? You know what I'm saying? But
and they don't deal with each other no more. All right.
Deion and Tracy.
Yeah,
no, they
Tracy,
don't.
they're done.
But I think it's more of like, if that is your friend and that was something that happened, did she want you to tell the story? More so is the question that people are asking. And Claudia's like, focus on the story and not on me. That's what she's trying to do.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is people were like, because they were upset that Karrueche, they were saying like Karrueche and Tracy, if y'all were friends, why would you say, nah, you're not dealing with him, and then I see you dealing with him now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Were they friends or was this just business? Like,
the way that it seemed from what Claudia is saying is that there was a cordial friendship of sorts. Because
we don't know whether
we don't even know all of this is something
that
that Claudia is telling us happened. We don't even know if this happened, but it's according to Claudia Jordan. So yeah. But in other news, Soulja Boy over the weekend. Soulja Boy was arrested over the weekend. Police said that they found a firearm during a traffic stop. So, according to law enforcement sources, Soulja Boy was a passenger in a vehicle that was pulled over around 2:30 a.m. on Sunday in LA. Now, during the traffic stop, the officers said they spotted the firearm in the car, and Soulja Boy was then taken into custody and booked on suspicion of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now,
who was the driver then? How did they just take the passengers?
So, at the time of the reports, it was unclear of who was the driver and why Soulja Boy was the only person that was arrested in all the things. So, I reached out to a rep.
Did he claim the gun is his?
So, from what I was told, So originally the traffic stop happened, from what I was told, because they claimed that the windows in the car that they were driving was too dark. Were too dark. The tint.
Tints were dark.
Yes, Soulja Boy was not driving. As I mentioned to you guys, his driver was driving an SUV, so he was being driven in an SUV.
Okay.
The SUV was pulled over. I asked where was the gun found and how did they know that it was Soulja Boy's? Like, how did they tie that into him? And they told me they don't know. They're trying to figure it out. But according to what this source told me, everyone else was released except for Soulja Boy. So that part is still unclear, Envy, to answer your question.
So it was in plain sight. The firearm was in plain sight to the police scene?
Yeah, normally, though, with something like that, it depends on where the gun is placed in the car, right? Like, who's...
No, usually they ask everybody in the car whose gun is it. And if one person doesn't claim it, they take everybody to jail.
Right.
Yeah.
How you know?
Because I've been in that situation.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know.
But you've been in that situation. I've been in that situation.
Yeah, but if the gun was in plain sight, but if he was just Soulja Boy and a driver and he was a paid driver, I'm sure they probably...
With guns and drugs, by the way. And
Yeah,
if you don't want to
your
be a
fault.
snitch, all you got to do is say, look, officer, let's do some simple math here. There's 3 of us in the car, and it's not mine. That leaves you with 2 people, okay? Figure it out.
Hey, yo.
That was in your book, your first book, right?
Yes.
Yes, I read that in your first book.
Yes. All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Leonard?
Yes, sir.
Leonard.
It's Leonard.
Charlamagne.
It's Leonard.
Don't disrespect my mom.
It is Leonard. That is
It's
it.
not.
How's your IQ feeling with all those vitamins?
You don't get to talk to more. The latest with Lauren is over. Okay, so listen, before after the hour, we need President Donald J. Trump to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him. I do need you for something, though, Lauren. Can you read?
Can you talk?
Can you read?
Yes, I can
Okay, I
read.
need you to read something.
Then after, we going to open up the phone lines and talk to the people? Can we do that?
Sure.
All right, then we going to open up this phone lines. 800-585-1051. Charlamagne Donkey today is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?